the 1260-pound double asteroid redirection test spacecraft collided with the estimated 11 billion pound, 520 feet long asteroid Dimorphos at 14,000 miles per hour, close to 7 million miles from Earth. The spacecraft hit about 55 feet from the asteroid's center. The goal of DART was to change the orbit of the space rock Dimorphos around its larger asteroid parent Didymos enough to show that humans might deflect a dangerous asteroid if one was destined for Earth. The two nations will collaborate on future moon missions involving the landing of an Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center rover aboard a China National Space Agency lander. The agreement marks the first joint space project between the UAE and China. China's Tianwen-1 spacecraft development team has been awarded the World Space Award. The mission carried out a historic first-ever combined orbiting, landing and roving in a single launch. This is the second time a Chinese group has been awarded the top prize. The UK Space Agency has granted ClearSpace and Astroscale £4 million to design missions to remove space debris. Once the designs are completed, the teams, along with other UK space enterprises, may be awarded additional funds to fly the UK's first national space debris cleanup mission in 2026. China launched 8 classified remote sensing satellites in 3 launches, contributing to the country's improved surveillance capabilities. On September 26, a Long March 6 kerosene liquid oxygen rocket lifted off the Xi'an 16A and B and Xi'an 17 satellites into orbit. OneWeb's 36 satellites arrive at the Satish Dhawan Space Centre, India. The British startup anticipates the commercial arm of Indian Space Agency ISRO will launch the satellites in October, which would be the first dedicated commercial launch for ISRO's new Space India Limited using GSLV Mark III. NASA and the European Space Agency signed an agreement on cooperation on human space flight activities such as the International Space Station, Gateway, and the ESA provided European service module for the Orion capsule, and highlighted ongoing discussions on future collaboration on the Moon. NASA awarded SpaceX more than $1.4 billion for 5 additional crewed missions to the International Space Station, which will modify its existing commercial crew transportation capability contract. The additional missions will allow NASA to maintain an uninterrupted U.S. capability for human access to the space station. NASA and Axiom Space have signed a mission order for the second private astronaut mission to the ISS to take place in the second quarter of 2023. The spaceflight will launch from NASA's Kennedy Space Center. The Axiom crew will spend 10 days inside the orbiting laboratory once docked. Korea's unmanned space vehicle Danuri has successfully undergone a trajectory correction maneuver, a critical procedure in the lunar orbiter's travel to the moon for the country's first lunar mission. Danuri will measure terrains, magnetic strengths, gamma rays and other traits of the lunar surface.